Hi friends, it's Ashley from Ashley's Paper Heart, and today we are doing something that I have not done in quite a while. We're doing a Mail Art Monday video. Hopefully I get it out this next Monday. It's Sunday, so if I can get this filmed, edited, and uploaded, hopefully you guys will have one for tomorrow. So I am going to be making a super simple pen pal folder. Like, when I say simple, it's like stupidly simple. And yeah, this is kind of like what I've been doing recently. I actually have been slacking on getting my pen pal letters out, but this week I did 3 and I was so excited, so happy. But anyway, so I had all these like map pages. Like, as you can see, it's a full spread. So it's got the crease in the middle, and these are pretty big. What are they, like 12 inches tall? So I've been turning them into these little like pocket folders, and typically I would use my sewing machine to sew them shut and then sew them down the middle, but I was lazy. I have a bunch of stuff like sitting on my sewing table that I didn't want to move, so we did washi tape instead. And I think for the one that I'm going to be making, this one, I'm going to change this design just a tiny bit. But as you can see, you open it up and it's almost like a billfold wallet. But yeah, it's just super simple and a great way to use up these really large pages. I am going to make some tweaks to the original one that I just showed. I've actually made like 4 of them, but a couple of them have been sent off. Sorry, that is my drawer that is like super squeaky. I thought I had another thing of... I do. Okay. So I'm going to be using this glue. I find that if you want something to stick, like you want it to be strong, this Fabrifix is really good. It works great on paper. I'm assuming it works on fabric because it's Fabrifix. Yeah, lace, leather, trims, and more. This is a really strong glue, and my only gripe about this kind of glue is that when you start getting towards the bottom of it, it is really hard to get out, and the tip can get clogged really easily. Honestly, it's just kind of a mess. But it's super strong, so, you know. Alright, let's make some space. See, I already got it. It's like, I guess like a silicone glue. It really is hard to get off, even your hands. So my hands will probably be like a giant mess by the end of this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down because I want to make 2 of these. So let's just fold this in half and hope for the best that this will make a nice folder. So I'm using just a standard, is this like an A7? I have a ruler right here, so I might as well just, what is a 7 by, it's not 7 by 7. I cannot. Okay, that's 7 tall. Oh, duh, what is wrong with me? It's 7 by 5. What is wrong with me today? So, obviously, this is going to be a little tall for this. Let's see, what do I want to do first? I think I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter, and then I'm going to cut this in half, so then it'll be attached on this one side and we will do the attaching for the rest of it. I think that's what I want to do. No, I'm going to do this first. I just folded this to make it easier to cut. You can use an X-Acto knife. I'm using a rotary cutter. I'm a quilter and I like to sew a lot, so I have this. This is a sewing tool. I guess, I mean, you can use it for anything, but obviously I need to sharpen mine because it should have cut through that like butter, but it didn't. All right, so maybe once it's folded, I won't have to cut it at all, but we'll see. These have honestly been, I haven't like, yeah, so as you can see, it fits once you fold it. So before we start getting into this too much, one thing I didn't do on this one is there's not separate compartments. As you can see, it's like just one big open thing. And I found that it's not ideal, at least for me. I mean, you can do what you want with it. So I'm actually going to put a line of glue right here down the center. Oh, there's a siren. I'm going to put a line of glue down the center to basically make 2 pockets. You could also sew it if, you know, you have a sewing machine and it's not covered in stuff like mine is. So there we go. I'm going to carefully lay it down and try not to get glue on my mat. So this glue also like dries incredibly fast. And you may ask, why are you not gluing all the edges? And my answer would be, I don't know. You could totally do that, but I plan on just adding washi tape to all edges anyway, so I figured I don't have to really glue the rest of it. Now, as you can see, I was a little off on my cut, so let's fix that because that's going to annoy me if I don't fix it. So I'm going to try to fix my mistake, and this time I'm going to, there we go. Seriously, this is what happens when you don't keep a sharp blade in your thing. Like, it should not do that. Usually these blades are like incredibly sharp. I have not switched mine out in quite a while, so here we are. You shouldn't have to be doing multiple passes. There we go. Okay. So, if you can hear my kids, I apologize. It's Sunday and we're all home. So it is what it is, right? Okay. So just double checking that my pockets are intact. Seriously. Open. And there was something else I wanted to do that I didn't do that I should have done before. Okay, we're going to do it on this one. Something else that I think would be easier is if I kind of like offset the top and bottom. I probably won't. I don't know if I should attempt to do it on this one. Oh, let's try. So just so it's easier to get papers out of it from the inside, I'm going to hand tear. Here we go. Let's see. See, if I was smart, I would have done that first, but I didn't, so there we go. Okay. So it's sticky there because I wasn't thinking, so I will probably end up putting some washi tape there. But as you can see there, the pockets are easier to get into because they're offset. So I'm going to set this to the side, and I'm going to do this one in the order that I should have done the other one. Okay, so I guess this is going to be the front. That means this is the back. So what I should have done was I should have done these pockets like this before I glued it. And because it's folded here, it tears off pretty easily. So there we go. And now I'm going to fold it. And then I'm going to glue it up to the point where it needs to be glued. So just to be on the safe side, I am going to mark this with a pencil of where the glue line should stop. Let's see, right there. Just right below there. Okay, so I don't accidentally bring the glue up too high. So, and like I said, I told you, this is like incredibly simple. This is just literally giving you a pocket to put ephemera in. And I think what makes it special is like how you decorate / customize. So that is what's going to make it special. So I have that. And that looks like it's going to be fine. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to washi tape the sides. So let's see, what kind of washi tape do I want to use? I think for this one I'm going to use this. So what I've learned, oh, I have like a little sunbeam going on here. There we go. Sorry for the glare. Holy cow. That just made it worse. Okay. So unprepared. Something that I've learned doing this a few times is that not all washi tapes are created equal. I really like using the MT washi tapes. I also like using one that is a little bit wider. So this one's like a little bit wider than some of the other ones. Where is the end of this washi tape? Okay, I found the end of the washi tape. I don't know what was going on with that. So because it's already attached on the side, you just cover it up here. And what I try to do is basically like lay it so it's half off and half on the paper, and then I'm going to fold it and then I'll cut off the excess. I guess that's kind of like where a mat like this on a cutting mat would help, because the washi tape tears off super easy. Obviously I didn't hit my the halfway mark like I wanted to, but it's fine. So like I said, not all washi tape is created equal. I was trying to use another washi tape, but the stickiness on it was just not good. So I am using this one. I've found that the MT ones are really good quality, and they're good for this because you want it to hold. I mean, that's the whole point, right? So we're going to do this side, I believe. Is this the side? No. Always check what side that you're doing. So for this, you only want it to go up about as high as, I guess you could go all the way up the edge if you wanted to. Yeah, I think I will, just to make it look good. It will cut off a bit of the pocket right there, but that's fine. So how are you guys doing? Have you been doing any crafting? Have you been writing pen pals? Like I said earlier, I have been so behind on letters because I was sick for so long and then super busy with work. Oh, there's my daughter. My husband's out there with the kids, so while it may sound like chaos, it's not. It might be a little bit, but so you're gonna probably wonder, why am I washi taping this side? And I'm like, for decoration. I think it's pretty to have that like continuous border on the three sides. Obviously you could do the top as well if you were so inclined. But yeah, I have been so behind. I actually finished 3 letters this week, which I'm really proud of myself. I think I have like 6 more to write. If you're my pen pal, I apologize. It's taken me so long to get back to you. I am in the process of catching up. So yeah. So here is folder 1. And we're going to do the same thing with this one. I guess today is Super Bowl Sunday. I might be one of the few people who really doesn't care. I'm not a football person. I never have been. And I know like a lot of non-football people get into it as well because it's kind of like a, I don't know. It's just kind of a thing here in the US, but I'm just not a sports person. And so I don't really, like my husband isn't either, so. It's always nice though, like if you go out to places on Super Bowl Sunday, nothing's busy. Everything's like nice and quiet, like especially the grocery store. Like if you go out after the game has started. I do try to catch the halftime show on YouTube like after the fact because I do like the halftime show. I think it's pretty nice. They usually have good performances. I don't even know who's performing. I thought I saw Snoop Dogg, but is that right? Is that who's performing? I guess I'll find out later. Or I could just Google it. So are you guys watching the Super Bowl? I will say I do enjoy the food. Like all the like tailgating style food, like chicken wings and nachos and all that. Speaking of nachos, we may order nachos. I have recently found a place here, and I'm sure like I'm like so late to the game. They definitely did not have these in Texas. It's a place called Sharky's. It's like a Mexican food. Almost like, I'd say like similar quality to Chipotle. Except they have like everything. They have tacos and nachos and burritos, and it's really good. And sangria. I ordered a sangria. I have never ordered to go an alcoholic drink before. I know that kind of became a thing during the pandemic. So it was my first time. And their sangria was so good. It was so good that we made homemade sangria. Well, my husband made it. It was so good. I don't really drink that often, but I was just like, now I'm like looking for recipe for a non-alcoholic sangria because I'm not a big drinker. I don't really like drinking, and I would love to have like all the nice flavor of a sangria without the alcohol. The only things that I've been finding, they just look like a glorified fruit punch, and probably the flavor I'm not expecting would be super similar, but who knows. Okay, so now that we have that done, it's time for the fun part, to decorate them. So, okay, I am going to get out all my stuff. I am still working my way through these stickers. I have a lot. I probably have like an obscene amount of stationery and vintage papers and all that, like more than any one person needs. But I do share with my pen pals, so that kind of helps me keep my stash to a reasonable place. Let's see. Trying to see what kind of paper do I want to use. I definitely want to use something that's going to stand out from the white, so I will definitely use something that's like creamy in color. Okay, so when I'm decorating, my only like rule is I'm trying to keep the papers that I choose, the thickness of them down to a minimum. Oh, I guess this had a pattern on it. Well, I guess we'll do this side. Just because I don't want all the bulk to come from the actual folder. I want the bulk to come from the goodies that I include in the folder. So I try hard not to use things that are like too thick. That's kind of neat, huh? I don't know what these are. I think they're like wallpaper borders. These have been in my stash for quite a while. And honestly, I don't really have a like rhyme or reason to why I choose things. Honestly, I should have put it underneath this. Can I peel it up? Okay. That's cute. And I try not to like go overboard with like the adhesive, because honestly, like, I don't expect these folders to like live beyond like someone gets them, they're like, oh, it's cute, they take all the stuff out, and who knows what they do with them. You know, maybe they repurpose them, maybe they deconstruct them and take the pretty pieces off, who knows. But either way, like, I don't see a lot of like longevity in these folders, so I'm not like, it's not like in my journals where I'd like probably use an obscene amount of glue. I wonder. So when you're setting up these like collage clusters, my tip to you would be to like vary the sizes of things that you're using. So you want to use large, medium, and small, you know, like Goldilocks. You want the whole family of bears. So say these are my large, these would be my medium. I never know how to glue down these like doily things, because like, you know, there's all this like space, and if you just use a regular glue stick, then you basically like push the glue out through the holes and it makes a giant mess. So what was I trying to do with this? Let's do that. So like I said, it's not like a super secure glue job, but it works. So yeah. I think just for time's sake, I am probably just going to decorate one of these, and then I'll decorate the other one off camera. Just because I don't want to like keep you here incredibly long. I was actually really good yesterday. I filmed a lot of videos, and by a lot I mean 2. It's been a while. I've been slacking on videos just because like work has been so stressful and life has been kind of stressful. Is that like overkill on the florals? I think it might be. I need something that's going to stand out from the background. Okay, not floral. Not a floral, because I feel like I have enough of that on here. But I need like a focal point. I feel like everything else is kind of like a background at this point. So I need something that's going to be like the star of the show. I think maybe I could do this and then put something on top of it, just because like it's so busy with the pattern. I feel like this is too much. See, it's never straightforward. Although this might be cute, especially if I like tucked it under here a little bit. Okay, I think that's cute. We're gonna do that. So yeah, we're not really participating in any Super Bowl activities today. I'm just hoping that like to have a quiet day. I do have like some homework I have to do. I've been taking an online portrait class, and so I do have some homework. I'm supposed to do a self-portrait just using a palette knife. And if you painted just using a palette knife before, you know how messy and unwieldy it is. It's definitely not my favorite thing to paint with. Okay, so now we're going to decorate the inside. I kind of like to keep like similar color schemes as the outside, so we're just going to kind of keep it in this like brown beige family. And if you have like leftover pieces from anything that you used on the front, it's kind of good just to have that like consistency to add it into the inside as well. But yeah, I am honestly, I'm kind of procrastinating right now on my homework. I should be doing that right now, but I'm not. I think I'm going to finish this video and then I'm going to eat lunch and then I'm going to work on my homework like I should have been doing from the beginning. I've been having the worst luck with these glue. No! Okay, it's coming apart. Like, they keep like loosening and I don't know why. And I've only recently had this problem with like the last 2 refills that I've put in. So I don't know if there's like a quality thing, like there was a change in production or manufacturing or whatever. Let's put this down here. But it's kind of annoying. I actually had one where I didn't know what was going on with it and it unraveled so much I couldn't get it back together. So now I'm like super cognizant of when it's unraveling so that I can kind of fix it. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna open the curtains a little more. My allergies have been going nuts. It's been so warm here in California, like, unseasonably warm. It's been in the 80s past couple days. Let's see. That's kind of cute, right? Let's put it there. It is going to start cooling down next week, so I'm really thankful for that. And oh my god, this is like struggle bus city today. Okay, I got that. Well, now that it's facing this way, I think I'm gonna put it on this side. There we go. I guess this is starting to feel very fall. Probably because of the colors I've chose. I think I'll add this, and then when it comes time to mail this, I will circle the date. That might be fun, right? Okay. I think we're going to move on to stickers. Kind of tie everything together. All right. So how's the weather been where you are? I've seen like all those crazy winter storms go through the country. I know Texas, where I used to live in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, I know they got a bunch of it. My parents still live in the area. So I know they got quite a bit of nasty weather. But I think it's like done. Sorry for sniffling. Like I said, my allergies are like something else right now. They're just not happy with me. I have had like the itch to travel like so badly, especially recently. I've been watching all these videos on YouTube about tiny homes and like kind of like nomadic lifestyles, and like people like traveling in converted school buses or vans, like, you know, van life and stuff like that. Now, part of me thinks that would be so freaking cool, but then again, I don't know. Like, that would be really cool if we didn't have kids. But to be fair, I have seen quite a few families on there, and I'm just thinking, like, how cool would it be to be able to, like, travel the country with your kids, learn about things, like, firsthand. Like, what a rich experience that would be, as opposed to, like, just staying in one place and getting into that daily grind of work and home and school, and but being able to see the country. What, I had like a specific thing in mind, but maybe I already used those stickers. Anyway, my husband and I have been talking about it. I don't think it's for us. At least not this point in our lives, but maybe one day in the future. If we did it, I would have to homeschool my daughter, because she starts school this year, and I don't know if I would be up for that. Like, big props to teachers. You guys are seriously the unsung heroes, because I can't imagine. I can't imagine teaching, like, how incredibly difficult and time consuming teaching is. So I want to add, maybe, let's add a loaf of bread to the front, because why not? There we go. So I think this is getting pretty close to done. Then I'm going to go take an allergy pill, because my nose is so itchy. I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do a stamp here. I've been trying to remember to use my stamps. I'm like the worst at that, though. I forget. It's like if I don't have something like right out in front of me, I forget I have it. I forget to use it anyway. It's not that I forget I have it, it's just I don't use it. So let's do, I've been loving these like tiny little house stamps. I got mine from Nico Neko. I really love them. I think they're adorable. I think I'm going to put it up here. See how cute that is? So yeah, I've been kind of dreaming of like tiny home, mostly out of like frustration, because like my husband and I want to buy a house, or rent a house, but here in Southern California, like the prices are just so out of control that I feel like for what they want, the kind of money they want for a house rental here, be better off putting into a mortgage. But I don't want to be tied down to a small house that I'm not like incredibly happy with and have to pay, you know, almost $1 million for it. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, a little 3-bedroom house out here that's like old is going for, you know, 700 to 900,000, and that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Anywhere else in the country, you would have a large home or whatever. I'm not saying that I want like an incredibly large home, but I don't want to spend that much money and be working the rest of my life to pay it off for a house that I'm not like completely in love with. So that is the dilemma we are at right now. And that's kind of like when I see all these people doing like the tiny home thing, and then they are like mortgage free and they have like their own permanent place. That's like so appealing. Okay, so I think this is what it is. And that's kind of like what we did. And then when it comes time, I will fill this up with goodies for my pen pal, and I'm going to decorate this one later. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed my like random musings about tiny home stuff and just other random thoughts that I have. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!